So it's 7 p.m. on a Friday.
Oh boy. The danger zone.
Right. You can probably picture it. Our restaurant kitchen has maybe 40 tickets hanging on the board. 3 delivery drivers are stuck in downtown traffic somewhere.
Mhm.
And a customer just called the front desk for the third time because their food is 30 minutes late.
Yeah, that's a nightmare scenario.
It really is. And, back in like 2015, that was just considered a bad night in the restaurant business. It just happened.
Right, it's just part of the gig.
Exactly. But in 2025, that is actually a mathematical failure.
It is entirely avoidable now.
Yeah.
Completely avoidable. And I'd say the stakes for avoiding that specific kind of failure, well, they've never been higher.
Yeah.
Because we're no longer talking about delivery as just some, niche convenience or a little side hustle for a brick and mortar restaurant.
Right.
We're looking at this massive structural shift in how the global population actually acquires its meals.
Which brings us directly to the exact mission of our deep dive today. We're dissecting this incredibly comprehensive 2025 guide on restaurant delivery management software.
RDMS, for short.
Right, RDMS. And our goal here for you listening is to really extract the precise strategies, the underlying mechanics, and, the specific tools that operators are using right now to automate their operations and honestly just survive this modern delivery boom. Because the scale we are dealing with here, it's staggering.
It really is.
The source notes that the global online food delivery market is projected to hit $1.85 trillion by 2029.
Yeah.
Trillion, with a T.
That $1.85 trillion projection, it perfectly illustrates why running a food business today without smart delivery logistics, it's like navigating a complex supply chain with a paper map.
And maybe a compass if you're lucky.
Exactly. Our source material is adamant on this point.
Yeah.
Relying on manual processes right now is just a complete hemorrhage of time and money.
Yeah, you're just bleeding cash.
You really are. You're looking at unoptimized routes where, say, a driver crosses the exact same intersection 4 times in an hour.
Oh, wow.
Or lost kitchen tickets and ultimately a completely destroyed reputation. Because if a customer's $40 sushi order arrives an hour late and it's warm.
Ugh, warm sushi.
Right. The cost isn't just the refund for that one order. It's the lifetime value of that customer completely wiped out by a logistical bottleneck.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because to really grasp why this specific software has become the central nervous system of a modern restaurant, we have to clearly differentiate it from the tech they already use.
That's a crucial distinction.
Right, because most operators already run a POS, a point of sale system.
Right, like the register, basically.
Exactly. But a POS and an RDMS serve fundamentally different operational purposes.
Completely different.
The way I see it, your POS system is like the friendly host standing at the front door of the dining room.
Oh, I like that.
Right. It handles the tableside ordering, it processes the credit card swipe, it manages that immediate physical front of house experience.
Yeah.
But the RDMS, that is the air traffic controller.
Yes.
It's managing the incredibly complex airspace outside the building. It's handling all the logistics, calculating the routing, and dispatching those drivers for the last mile delivery.
What's really fascinating here is how far we can actually stretch that air traffic control analogy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because a good RDMS actually prevents mid-air collisions.
Yeah, there are collisions, like drivers crashing.
Well, no, not literally.
Yeah.
But think about a traditional setup where a driver arrives, say, 20 minutes before the food is actually ready.
Oh, right. I've seen that. A bunch of guys standing around checking their phones.
Exactly. That driver is taking up physical space in the lobby. They're getting frustrated because they aren't making money, and the kitchen feels incredibly pressured. The RDMS prevents that collision. It factors in the kitchen prep time, live traffic data, and driver proximity to ensure that the driver walks through the door exactly as the food is being bagged up.
Wow. So it's orchestrating the whole thing.
It is. But honestly, beyond the logistical routing, the ultimate differentiator between the POS and the RDMS comes down to one massive thing.
Which is?
Customer data ownership.
Ah, right. Which fundamentally changes the valuation of the whole business.
Completely.
Because a traditional POS is essentially just a glorified ledger, right?
Yeah.
It knows a Visa card was charged $40 at 8 p.m., but it doesn't know who is holding the card or what their dietary preferences are,
Right.
or that they order pad thai exactly every other Thursday.
Precisely. When a restaurant relies purely on a POS for in-house dining, and then they use third-party apps for all their delivery, they're effectively flying blind regarding their off-premises customers.
They have no idea who is actually eating their food at home.
None at all. But an RDMS, especially when a restaurant uses it to manage its own delivery fleet or, power its own white label ordering platform,
Yeah.
it captures all that behavioral data. You build a proprietary database. You know exactly who ordered, their zip code, their order frequency.
That's huge.
It really is. It transitions a restaurant from basically renting an audience from an app
Yeah.
to actually owning an audience they can market to directly.
Okay, so owning that data is obviously the holy grail, but I feel like all the data in the world is completely useless if you ruin the relationship by delivering a cold, squished pizza.
Oh, absolutely. The data won't save you from a bad meal.
Right. So that's where the actual dispatch mechanics come in. We need to look at the specific instruments this air traffic controller uses to guide those orders safely to the customer's door.
Let's do it.
Our source highlights things like real-time tracking, auto-dispatching, online chat platforms, and deep analytics. But I want to dig into how this actually works on the floor, like functionally. How does the software actually know when to fire a dispatch? Does someone have to press a button?
Well, it really comes down to API integrations with the kitchen's bump screens.
Okay, wait, API integrations, that sounds complicated.
It's actually pretty seamless in a modern setup.
Yeah.
The RDMS isn't just guessing when the food is ready.
Okay.
When the chef physically taps the screen on the line to indicate, say, the fries are out of the fryer.
The bump screen.
Right, the bump screen.
Yeah.
That physical action pings the RDMS instantly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then the algorithm instantly calculates the remaining packaging time. It looks at the GPS coordinates of the entire available delivery fleet, calculates current street traffic, and then pings the optimal driver.
So it removes the human guesswork completely?
Entirely. It is pure algorithmic matching.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting, though. Because the source outlines a feature called proof of delivery.
Yes. Highly debated, but very important.
Right. It notes that riders actually have to submit signatures, capture images, and leave specific notes when they drop off the food.
That's correct.
And if I'm a restaurant owner, my biggest enemy during a Friday dinner rush is the clock.
Always. Time is money.
So I have to push back on this a little bit. Doesn't requiring a driver to stop, take a photo, get a signature, and type out a note actually slow down the entire logistical chain when every second counts?
It is a very common pushback from operators, especially those who are used to the old drop-and-run method.
Yeah, exactly.
It feels completely counterintuitive to add friction to a process that you desperately want to be seamless.
Right.
But we have to look at the causal mechanism behind the feature. Proof of delivery is really about guaranteed accountability.
Okay, accountability.
Yes, you are adding perhaps 10 to 15 seconds to the final drop-off. But what you are preventing is the catastrophic failure of a dispute.
But let's look at it from the customer's perspective for a second.
Mm-hmm.
If I am standing at my front door waiting for my pad thai, it feels incredibly awkward to have a driver hand me a greasy smartphone and ask me to sign a screen like I'm closing on a mortgage.
Right.
Doesn't that hurt the hospitality experience?
That is a fair point, but you're picturing like 2018 technology.
I am.
Yeah. The source is detailing a 2025 RDMS environment. Proof of delivery today is largely frictionless and mostly contactless.
Oh, okay. How does that work?
Well, the driver's app uses geofencing to confirm they are physically on your porch.
So it knows exactly where they are standing.
Exactly. Then they snap a photo of the bag next to your door number. The software instantly timestamps it, logs the GPS coordinates, and sends it to your phone before you even open your front door.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The signature is often just a digital handshake in the app on your own device.
So it's essentially an insurance policy.
Precisely.
You are paying 10 seconds of driver time to buy back hours of management time later.
Exactly. Because think about it. When a customer claims a meal never arrived, a restaurant usually has to refund the order and remake the food.
Which doubles the cost.
It doubles their food and labor costs on that single ticket. Plus, it requires a manager to literally get off the floor, call the driver, and investigate.
Yeah, that's a nightmare during a rush.
Contactless, geo-stamped proof of delivery eliminates those false claims instantly. So those 10 seconds at the door literally save thousands of dollars and protect the restaurant's rating on review sites.
It's just risk mitigation baked directly into the logistics.
Exactly.
Okay, so knowing that we need these mechanics, the algorithmic routing, the bump screen integrations, the proof of delivery,
Right.
applying this knowledge means navigating a wildly crowded software market.
That's a jungle out there.
It really is. The source breaks down 7 top platforms, and what's striking to me is how wildly different their business models actually are.
Very different approaches.
So instead of just listing them out like a textbook, let's look at this strategically.
I like that.
Let's walk through the life cycle of a hypothetical restaurant. Let's call it a neighborhood burger joint,
Okay, perfect.
and let's see how the best software changes as they grow.
A life cycle approach is actually the perfect way to contextualize these pricing structures.
Right. So phase one, discovery.
Okay.
Our burger joint just opened its doors. Nobody knows they exist. They don't have any regulars yet.
The hardest phase.
Yeah. This is where the network giant comes in, Grubhub.
Ah, yes.
The source notes, they are highly commission-based.
Yeah.
They take between 5 to 20% of the order and an extra 10% on top of that if they handle the delivery driver.
Right.
So for a $50 order, our burger joint is giving up to $15 straight to Grubhub. That sounds brutal.
It does. But if we connect this to the bigger picture, it sounds brutal until you reframe what that $15 actually represents.
Okay, reframe it for me.
For a brand new restaurant, that 30% commission isn't just a logistics fee. It is a marketing and customer acquisition expense.
Oh, I see.
They are essentially paying to be placed on a massive digital billboard that 320,000 other restaurants are on, with an established user base of millions of hungry people actively scrolling.
Right, people who already have their credit cards plugged into the app.
Exactly. In phase one, you desperately need eyeballs.
Yeah.
You are paying for discovery.
That makes sense. But you can't survive on a 30% margin hit forever, obviously.
No, absolutely not.
So that brings us to phase two, growth and consolidation.
Okay.
The burger joint is getting busy, the kitchen is getting chaotic, and they need everything to just talk to each other.
Right.
This is where they might look at what the source calls the ecosystems. It lists Toast and Touch Bistro. Now, Toast is cloud-based, offering a pay-as-you-go starter kit that scales up to a $69 a month core plan.
Right.
And Touch Bistro is very hardware-focused, relying on iPads, and that ranges from $69 up to $409 for their unlimited plans.
So this phase, it's really all about operational sanity.
Sanity.
These all-in-one ecosystems ensure that the front-of-house POS, the kitchen display screens, and the delivery dispatch are all living within the exact same software architecture.
So no messy integrations.
Exactly. There is no API mismatch. When the host takes a table's order and an online delivery comes in at the exact same second, the system automatically paces the kitchen.
Oh, so it lines them up logically.
Oh, right. It keeps the kitchen from crashing.
Okay, now phase three, independence. The fun part. Right. Our burger joint has been open for maybe 2 years now. They are beloved in the neighborhood. They have regulars who order every single Friday.
Yeah.
But if those loyal customers are still ordering through Grubhub, the restaurant is bleeding margin on an audience they have already won.
Yes. They're paying for discovery on people who already discovered them.
Exactly. They need to transition from renting the audience to owning it, which introduces the independence enablers.
Right. Platforms designed explicitly to facilitate that transition.
The source highlights Chow Now, which charges a flat $149 a month for their Pro plan with 0 commissions.
0 commissions is huge.
Massive.
Yeah.
And then Gloria Food offers free basic online ordering, charging just $29 a month to add card payments.
Wow.
And Flip Dish operates between 59 and 179 pounds a month, even throwing in self-service kiosks. The mathematical shift here is just massive.
It changes the entire business model.
Right, because instead of giving up $15 on every $50 order, you just pay a flat $149 on the first of the month.
Right.
Whether you sell 10 burgers or 10,000 burgers, your software cost is entirely locked. You keep 100% of the transaction.
And just as importantly, like we talked about earlier, you keep 100% of the data.
Ah, the data.
Yes, you now have the direct email address of that Friday regular. You can send them a loyalty discount directly, entirely bypassing the third-party network.
Cutting out the middleman completely.
Exactly.
Which leads us to the final phase, phase 4, enterprise scale.
Okay, the big leagues.
Yeah. The burger joint is now a franchise with 5 locations. They have their own dedicated fleet of drivers. They want total control.
Right.
This brings us to what I found to be, honestly, the most radical option on the list. The open source wildcard, Enatega.
Enatega is fascinating.
Their model is wild. They charge a one-time fee of $1,997. No monthly subscriptions. Unlimited orders, unlimited users, unlimited stores.
Wow.
You pay once and you just own the cloud.
It is a massive philosophical departure from the standard SaaS, software as a service model.
Silly.
You are literally turning software into a capital asset.
Right.
But it is crucial to understand that owning the code is not some magic bullet. The source includes this for operators with serious scale because hosting your own open source code comes with very distinct IT overhead.
Oh, right. Someone has to manage it.
Exactly. You aren't paying a monthly fee to Chow Now or Toast anymore, sure, but you are now paying for your own Amazon Web Services server space.
Ah, sneaky costs.
Yeah, you are fully responsible for pushing your own updates to the Apple and Google app stores. You are managing your own digital security and data privacy.
So basically, the $2,000 buys you the architecture, but you still have to pay to keep the lights on in the building?
That's a perfect way to put it. It makes absolute sense for a 5-location franchise with a dedicated IT guy, but it would completely crush our day one burger joint.
They wouldn't know what to do with it.
Exactly. It underscores the core thesis of this whole software showdown. There is no universally perfect tool out there.
Right.
There is only the right tool for the specific lifecycle stage of your business.
So understanding these drastically different pricing and operational models leads us to the final hurdle here.
Okay.
How does a restaurant operator actually implement this technology without making a catastrophic, really expensive mistake?
It requires careful planning, for sure.
The source outlines a very pragmatic buying guide. It really emphasizes analyzing the true cost, which, as we just discussed, means understanding how commission structures impact your specific volume over time.
Yes. And it also heavily stresses the absolute necessity of defining your business requirements before you even start looking at software.
Give me an example.
Well, are you running your own fleet of W-2 employees? Or do you need software that automatically aggregates third-party gig workers when you get hit with a sudden rush?
Oh, because those require different features.
Entirely different dispatch algorithms.
Got it. And the guide specifically highlights the importance of requesting live demonstrations and free trials. You can't just buy this blind.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
You have to actually see the user interface.
Right.
You have to know exactly how many screen taps it takes for a stressed-out manager to reroute a driver if a road is suddenly closed.
Because if the software is clunky during a quiet Tuesday afternoon demo?
It is going to completely crash and burn your operation on Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And within the frequently asked questions of the source, there's actually a critical point about back-office integration that operators often miss until it's just way too late.
Really? What is it?
The guide explicitly mentions integrating the RDMS with accounting platforms like QuickBooks.
Oh, the accounting side. So what does this actually mean for the person sitting in the back doing the books?
It means the difference between seamless automation and a total administrative nightmare.
Okay.
If your delivery software doesn't have a clean API sync with your accounting software, think about what happens on a Monday morning.
Okay.
You had 500 delivery orders over the weekend across 3 different platforms.
It's a good weekend.
It is. But if the systems don't talk to each other, a human being has to sit down and manually enter 500 individual line items, tips, delivery fees, and taxes into QuickBooks.
Oh my God.
It is a massive waste of labor hours, and it's highly susceptible to data entry errors.
Somebody is going to mess up a decimal point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A proper RDMS pushes all of that financial data directly into the ledger in real time.
Which brings us to kind of the most human element of all the software.
Yeah.
We spent a lot of time talking about algorithms, API syncs, open source code, QuickBooks.
We have.
Is adopting this technology purely a financial spreadsheet decision? Or does bringing this level of cold, hard automation into a kitchen require a massive culture shift for the staff themselves?
That's a great point. It raises a really important question about the nature of restaurant work itself.
Yeah.
It is absolutely a culture shift, but I would argue it is a shift back toward what true hospitality was always meant to be.
Really? How so?
Well, the ultimate benefit highlighted in the source material isn't merely about protecting profit margins.
Okay.
It is fundamentally about staff productivity and well-being. Think about the purely manual tasks we are automating out of existence here.
Like taking phone orders.
Exactly. We are automating the chaotic, stressful process of a host trying to write down a convoluted phone order over a bad, noisy connection while a line of people waits out the door.
Yeah, that's terrible for everyone.
Right. We are automating the kitchen yelling at a confused driver about where an order is going. We are automating the sheer panic of a lost paper ticket during a Friday rush.
So you are systematically removing the chaos.
Precisely. And by removing that mechanical chaos, the staff can actually breathe.
Wow. Yeah.
The chef can focus entirely on the quality and the presentation of the food. The front of house staff can actually make eye contact with the physical guests in the building.
Because they aren't staring at a tablet.
Right. Automation doesn't replace the hospitality staff. It frees them. It frees them from being amateur logisticians so they can actually focus on the human experience of the customer.
The tech handles the logistics so the humans can handle the hospitality.
Exactly.
I really love that framework. And, to wrap up our deep dive today, the main takeaway from this 2025 guide is crystal clear.
Very clear.
Navigating a projected $1.85 trillion global food delivery market means permanently leaving the era of manual, paper-driven chaos behind us.
Long gone.
The landscape has fundamentally evolved. Whether an operator chooses the customer acquisition engine of a massive third-party network,
Like Grubhub.
right, or the all-in-one harmony of an ecosystem,
Right.
or the predictable flat fee of an independence enabler, or even the total asset ownership of open-source software, the overarching goal remains the exact same.
Yeah.
The right restaurant delivery management software protects your margins, mathematically optimizes your routes, and allows you to scale your operations without losing your mind.
Or your customers.
Exactly.
It is really the defining line between surviving this shift
Yeah.
and actually capitalizing on it.
Yeah.
And as we look at where this logistical engineering is heading, I want to leave you with a final thought to ponder.
Let's hear it.
As the delivery pipeline becomes perfectly automated, right, with algorithmic predictive dispatching, hyper-accurate geofencing, and entirely contactless digital proof of delivery,
Yeah.
does the human element of hospitality eventually disappear?
Oh.
Or does it simply evolve to exist entirely within the digital interface?
What do you mean?
Well, think about the specific tone of voice in the automated chat support when there's an issue. Or the bespoke design of the tamper-proof packaging when you open the bag. Or the hyper-personalized menu recommendations based on your exact data profile. Next time you order takeout, and it just magically, flawlessly appears on your doorstep, exactly when predicted. Consider where the actual hospitality is happening now.
That's a really fascinating question to sit with the next time you're just watching that little car icon perfectly navigate to your street.
Yeah, it really makes you think.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.